Hey everybody, Johnny Coates here, just going through some Python dictionary methods and stuff. So using a Linux terminal, we're going to be working in a terminal today. So let's get into Python. And just to make sure it's working, it is. All right, so dictionaries are a very important data structure in Python. And the way they're stored is just kind of like a dictionary. You can understand when a dictionary is being used with the use of these curly braces. So let's go ahead and get in here. We'll create an empty dictionary and have it like that. And we can print out the empty dictionary. And how to add items to an empty dictionary. You can just do empty dic, square brackets, put the name of the key, and set it equal to some value. So now you have a key and a value in there. Keys do not have to be strings. Values can be any data structure in Python. They can be lists, sets, tuples, strings, integers. So we can set a key as an integer, like I said, and let's just make it a list. Now inside of our empty dictionary, we have our key and value, key with a value of value, and our key 2 with the value of this list. Now, if you have a dictionary and you want to clear it, there's a super easy way to do it. There is a clear method. Notice the dot syntax and the parentheses. Parentheses mean that it's a function that's being called on the dictionary. And now if we print out the empty dictionary, it is now empty. And if you want to delete it, you can just delete empty dic. And then when you try to print it, we'll say it is not defined because it does not exist anymore. Additionally, if you don't want an empty dictionary and to add stuff, you can create a dictionary from scratch, just like this. So now we have a new dictionary that has a key of name and a value of John with an age of 24. Now this is really cool for storing data, but how do you access the data? Well, it's simple. You can storing data in dictionaries is very common and very useful in Python. Accessing that information is even more important. There are two methods to doing it. There's the square bracket method and the .get method. So if we do these square brackets after the dictionary, and inside the square brackets we put the key, we will get the value. So this is saying in new dictionary, what is the value of the key name? There's another method, the .get method, and in here you kind of do the same thing, except you do .get parentheses and the value of the key that you want. So what's the difference between the brackets and the .get method? The big difference comes down to when you're trying to access a key that does not exist. Using the square brackets, this will return a key error. If you try to access a key that does not exist with the .get method, it simply does not return anything. Both methods are useful for what you need. If you need to validate that a key exists, you might want to do this. Or with this get method, you can also pass a default variable as another argument to the get method. So this is saying get, in this dictionary, get the key state. If this key does not exist, return this value. So that's cool. So how do we change the values of the keys in the dictionary? If you accidentally put in the age wrong, you can call with these square brackets the key, and then you can reset it to whatever. So now when I print out the new dictionary, The age is now 30, where it used to be 24. There's also the update method, and it is, the syntax for that is the parentheses and then the squiggly brackets. Put the key that you want to change and the value that you want in there. So now we updated the key age to the value 99. You can see it printed out right here. So say you want to add some more data to this. Just like before, you can call the new dictionary with the key of city and pass in the value you want. So now we have John, he's 99 and he lives in Houston. So sometimes you might want to remove a key value pair inside of your dictionary. And the way you can do that is you can use the delete keyword del, and instead of deleting the entire dictionary, you can just delete the key and it will remove the key and value. So if we print it out again, you can see that the city is no longer in there. Sometimes you want to manipulate a dictionary, but you don't want to manipulate the original dictionary. So sometimes you can just do this. Set a new variable equal to the dictionary. But that can create issues. So if you delete from this dictionary that you believe is a copy of new dictionary, right? So I'm deleting from dictionary 2 the key of name. But when I go to print out new dictionary, it has now, the name variable has now been deleted. So let's add new dic. Let's add the name back to the new dictionary. And you can see how they're both manipulated at the same time. But so if you want to manipulate the dictionary, but you want to preserve the original data, you set a new variable, set it equal to the new dictionary, and use the copy method, which is simply dot copy. So now I have a copy of the dictionary and they are both the same. But if I just clear, just for demonstrative purposes, so the copy of the dictionary is now empty and the new dictionary is still full of all the data that it had. Sometimes you're going to have nested dictionaries. Dictionaries, like I said, you can have values be any data structure that is valid Python. So that means your value can be another dictionary. And this is seen a lot in JSON elements, where you have lists of dictionaries and dictionaries with values of dictionaries with lists inside of them. Some JSON responses can be very, very complicated and convoluted. And let's pretend we have a database with users, and the key is their ID in the database. We can set some information about them. So say these are all your users in your database. So now we have a nested dictionary. So here's our key of 0, and the value is a dictionary. So what if I want the birth year of Jason? I'm going to grab the user dictionary. We know that Jason has the key of 1, so we grab that key. And we know inside that that value is another dictionary, so then we can grab the name. So you're just chaining all of this syntax together to access. So we went into the user's dictionary, went to the key of 1, which returns this, and inside this we get access to the key of name, which returns the value of JSON. Just like with dictionaries being values, we can have lists. We can have lists as values. So let's say we're keeping track of Jake's children. He has 2 sons named Mike and Peter. So we make a list, and we can add this just like anything else. So we're going to go grab key of 0, which is Jake, and we're going to create a new key and set it equal to children. So inside the user dictionary now, we have Jake, his birth year, and now we have a key of children with a list of the children, Mike and Peter. There's a really cool way to quickly make a dictionary from keys. So if we say we have a list of Jason, Jake, and Janet, we can make a dictionary. We'll call it children dictionary equals dic. We'll do from keys, and we'll pass in this list of children. So if we print out children dictionary, we get keys of Jason, Jake, and Janet with a value of none. So it just initializes a dictionary with empty values with the keys from the list. You can also create dictionaries from sets and tuples, which is pretty cool. So let's say we have a list of employees and their gender. So we can create an employee dictionary, dic dot. So we can use this dictionary Python argument and pass in the employees list, which is this. And if we print out the employee dictionary, we have a new dictionary with the keys of the names and their value, the value of their gender. So we can also loop through dictionaries. So let me create that user dictionary again. Now we have this user dictionary again, which is a dictionary within a dictionary. So if we just do a simple for loop for key and users, and we print the key, this is going to print 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Now if you want the values, you can say for v in users dot values. Let's just print v. So it loops through this. It loops through each key, but this dot values grabs the value instead of the key. And then if you want to get both the key and value, you have to unpackage 2 temporary variables, users dot items. We'll just do an F string roll here right quick. The key is K, and the value is V. print that out, and you can see it iterates over each key and value. Dictionaries are cool. They're very versatile. You will run into them a lot. Get comfortable with them. Link down below, there's my GitHub repo that goes through all of this in more detail, and some exercises for you to do for yourself. They're all commented out. You can go through and practice. That's the best way to get good. So you can go through here, create an empty dictionary, create a dictionary with some key and value pairs, access each key and value in the dictionary, then use a for loop. So check out the GitHub repo, and I'll see you next time.